Life is an initiatory process. We go through initiations naturally in the development of the self. Becoming a man or a woman is an initiation. Getting married is an initiation. Giving birth, having a child, becoming a parent is an initiation. The death of a loved one can be initiation, especially the death of a spouse or a parent becomes an initiation. All of these things change you in such a way that you become a different person than you were before that initiation took place, before that experience changed you. And it also enters you in to these smaller and smaller groups of people who have shared that life experience that you have also gone through. So it creates this is how we build communities with deeper and tighter bonds, because you have a group of people who are then separated into sharing experiences that then bond them together, whereas maybe nothing else would have brought them together or bonded them together. And many people, in our current education system, for example, we think that you graduate whether it be college, grad school, or PhD, and that's kind of the end of your evolution. But truly, the evolution really begins at that point, because at that point you really enter into society and you begin to take up your role as a job, career. You begin to take up your role and your place within the society of how you contribute, what you are taking, what your place is, who you are working with and involving yourself with on a regular basis. That's the true evolution of the self. That's when you really, the first 20 years, 25 years of your life is really just establishing a foundation for who you will be in the world. And then once that foundation is established, that's when you go forward into the world and become evolving into the mature citizen, contributing citizen of the world. So the education of the self doesn't stop when the school education is stopped. That's when it begins. And a lot of people feel really lost because there isn't a structured formula for the development or the maturation of the self. We learn, we get a specific degree, we do what's needed to be done in order to get a specific degree or certificate, but then we go off the world. There's no degree or certificate program for being a parent or for being a boss, an employer, or for being an employee, or for being a spouse or a partner. There's no, and that's where we enter into religion. Is religion becomes a system for being a good person, because that's really, we share all of that together, as everyone just wants to be a good person. And religion becomes a way, or the purpose that religion was meant to serve is to be a formula or a system for how to be a good person. And for many people, that's enough. Being a good person, going out in the world, doing good deeds is enough. And in all honesty, if we had a world full of people who are doing good, that should be enough, but it's not, unfortunately. We need people who want to go beyond just doing good. We need people who actually we need people who want to change the world, not just sustain goodness, but actually change themselves and change the world. That's how we're going to create a better world. So for the people who are seeking not just a system for learning how to be good, but actually a system for implementing change in a successful and maintained way, that's where we have the path of initiation in the lineage of King Solomon with the Modern Mystery School, is a path, an initiatory process for the development of the self, for the purpose of you knowing and living and embodying your higher purpose to your best extent. The people who are going to move forward and receive those initiations and walk that initiatory path are going to have a greater positive impact in the world because of the inherent power that they receive in the process of knowing themselves, which is what the initiatory process is for, is to come to greater knowledge and understanding of the self so that you have a greater impact in the world.